the idea for the band came from Lawrence Blatt. And Lawrence said, I want to make a band with you and me and Fiona. And all three of us have been produced by Will Ackerman. And Lawrence said, we want Will to produce it. So we came to Will with the idea. And we started working, and everything, timing is funny, and Lawrence basically asked Will if he wanted to be a part of it. And Will graciously said yes, and he happened to have some songs to bring to the recording session. So we got together, and there was no name for the band. I mean, it really, when we got together, it was the idea of, well, what are we going to call this thing? But there was generally, when we got there, there was the thought that when we got to the session, each of us would bring 2 or 3 songs and we would put them together and make an album from them. And the thought initially was that it was going to feel a little bit almost like a compilation where, okay, because we've all been produced by Will. For example, I played horn on Fiona's songs produced by Will, and Lawrence's songs produced by Will, and vice versa. So to that extent, I thought, oh, it's going to be a Fiona song, and I'm going to play a horn part, and Lawrence is going to play a guitar part, Will's going to play a guitar part, and then it'll be really a Fiona song. But what emerged from it was this sound, right? And this had a lot to do with Tom Eaton, who's Will's engineer, but he's also his co-producer on many, many things, and also co-produced this album. And Tom kept saying, no, make it the 4 of you. We want to focus on the blend of those 4, the 2 guitars, the flugelhorn and trumpet, and the piano, right? And what emerged from it was actually a sound. There's actually a unique sound that the actual band had, which was a pleasant surprise for all of us. And it's something that once we actually all felt it, it's something that we made it a point to emphasize. It sort of was built in, but it was something that we became conscious of during the process, right? So when it came time to name the band, it was like, okay, the 4 of us have visibility in the marketplace individually. That, people call this a new age super group, but the thought wasn't, let's make a super group. That's what they call it, because we've all have a new age sort of genre, individual presence, right? Yep. But we were aware enough of that to know, well, there's 4 of us. How do we in some way, it's not Will Ackerman and Friends, it's not Lawrence Blatt and Friends. How do we include all 4 of our names? So then the discussion, I don't even remember specifically how it got there, but it got to, how do we use parts of our names, to make it happen? And so, that's Flo, came because, J doesn't work, so it's not Flo. So we had to use my last, Although now I can say I put the O in Flo, so that's